Hello everybody, welcome back to part 4 of our cross-border travel to Vegas series. Well, we're getting ready to leave Vegas, and this video will show you what we've done to leave the United States to be able to prepare to go home to Canada.
The first things that we did was before we even left Canada, we actually booked our PCR test at the University Medical Center, to UMC. They had clinics all throughout Las Vegas here. So we pre-booked the appointment, we knew exactly where we were going, we had a time slot slated. So we got up on Saturday, we're leaving tomorrow, which is Monday. We got up on Saturday, we took a taxi, probably about a 10-minute taxi ride to the center. It wasn't very far from the strip. We went there, they were waiting for us, not waiting for us, but they knew we were coming. We went in there, filled out some forms. We also had to take a payment because we had to pay.
Correct.
So once we did that, they asked us some questions. They asked the questions like, what type of test you wanted. What I did do, which I think was a good idea, is I took a picture of the tests that are accepted. So I verified with them that the test that they were going to perform was going to be one that was going to be accepted by Canada. So that I thought was very important to do. We went in, filled out the paperwork, took us about a couple of minutes to fill out the paperwork. We got tested, and we exited. It was quite simple.
Well, that was easy. We just got our PCR testing done this morning. Very minimum paperwork. Big tip I want to give you is bring your passport with you, because you put your passport number on the documentation so there's no hiccups when you do the RideCan app. Super simple. Highly recommend this place, and see how the day goes. We should have our results back by noon tomorrow.
And it was seamless, so we got to enjoy the rest of the day by the pool. Last night about 6:30, we got our results. So the results were done within 8 hours.
Yeah, exactly. The results came in, and how this particular company did it was that you had to have an account to go into their site to pull it down. We already pre-done that before we left home, because whenever we booked our appointment, they said, go in, set up your account. We went in, a couple of minutes at home, all done. So all we did, we got an email that said, hey, your results are in your account. We logged in, boom, pulled the results up in the morning. Very simple, all negative. So we can travel back. We're not going to have to quarantine here or stay here for the next 10 days. So that was the first thing that we did.
So got up this morning and we did our RideCan app, and I'll let you explain a little bit more about that.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the RideCan app, you can either download it to your phone or do it on a laptop or computer. We took our laptops with us because everybody is different, right? Some people are very savvy on their phones. I'm personally not very savvy on my phone. I'm not very comfortable in saving documents and doing screenshots and stuff like that. But I'm very comfortable on my laptop, so I took my laptop with us. So basically, we went on. We downloaded we went to the Canadian site where it had the RideCan. We had pre-done this before we left, so you can go in, set up your account before you leave. I also downloaded the app to my phone, and they're connected, and I'll explain a little more of that later. So we went online, we answered all the questions that were there. It took about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes at the most. Things that they wanted was your flight number you were coming in, your seat number they wanted on there, things like that they wanted. They also wanted you to upload a copy of your vaccination, proof of vaccination, which we already had taken with us and saved a copy, so we uploaded that. Surprisingly, they asked if we had a PCR test, but we didn't have to upload the PCR test. It just said we have to be able to present it when we showed up to the airport. So that was something that was surprising in that sense.
What about the second dose?
And the second dose, it was kind of interesting because it asked for a proof of your first dose, proof of your second dose. In Manitoba, we have one document. So Sydney did it, basically uploaded it twice. I didn't. I was a little paranoid. I went back and I said, you know what, be safe, I'll upload the same document twice, which I did. And that was done. So then when we got to the end, one thing it didn't do, which kind of surprised me a little bit, it didn't ask you to verify what you put in. Like a lot of times you can go back and make sure your name is spelled right, make sure the dates are right. It didn't. So we just hit finalize, accept, and it gave us a receipt, which I I saved a copy of to my computer, and I also took a picture of it, so I had both documents with my phone. Then I went on my app, and when I logged into my app, it also showed up there. It popped up there, so you can actually have a copy of it on your app, so it kind of works in sync together. 5-10 minutes, we were done. We had all of our documents. Like I said, we prepared. We did it earlier. It was very simple.
And the Calgary airport.
Yes. So when you come into Canada, as we all know, we have to take a PCR test, regardless if you're fully vaccinated or not, until August 9th. After August 9th, it's going to be a random thing. But right now, you currently have to. So what we did is we went to the Alberta site, and if you go to the Government of Canada site, Toronto's site's there, Vancouver is there, Montreal is there. I assume the other ones will soon be there. Basically, you go on there and you fill out a bunch of information: your flight number, you're going to arrive, whether you're vaccinated or you're not vaccinated. This way, when we show up at the airport tomorrow, we just give them a code, and they have all of our information. If you don't do it, you can actually fill it out at the airport, but once again, it's going to take some time, and why not just take 5 minutes, when you're relaxed in your room, and just do it up. And so we did it. We have those apps, and that was done.
There's one thing though that you did mention to me. Where did we have to put our seat numbers? Was it the Calgary airport?
Yeah, I'm right. It was the Calgary airport that wanted it, not the.
That would be for contact tracing. I'm assuming if it was an exposed flight, this flight. That's why I guess you would have to put your seat in.
Right, and then Sydney did as you do on all flights, you should check into do your online check-in. Sydney did it with the WestJet app. I think it was seamless.
Right, and same as coming here, just really pay attention to what you're clicking to accept, and agreements of any terms and conditions, and just read anything, because if you're doing it on your phone, it's very easy to hit the wrong button, and I don't think we'd want to do that. Just so, any last words about before we go out for our dinner?
Yes, right. What we do, just so you all know, what we do is usually we try to eat at one nice restaurant. And we're going to a Japanese restaurant because of
5-star Michelin.
5-star Michelin restaurant because of the Olympics, right? Which is one, and also we've seen the guy on Hell's Kitchen.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
And his name is.
Oh my God, you got me.
Yaramoto is the guy's name. Very, very famous. They call him the Iron Chef from Los Angeles.
We'll follow up with that on the finals of all
Exactly.
this.
So we're looking forward to this. Final thing is, we prepared before we left home. We had all of our documents. We knew what we're going to do. Made the process very simple. We're talking 5-10 minutes of your time to do it if you're prepared. If you weren't prepared, I'm not quite sure what you would do at that particular point. So be prepared before you leave home. Get your documents ready. Understand what you're doing. Have your appointment booked, and it is a simple process.
So be sure to stay tuned for part 5, which will be including our experience flying home from Vegas back into Winnipeg, and making sure that everything has been seamless so far, guys, and we are really hoping that our flight home tomorrow is the same as it was coming and being here. Anyway, thank you again for watching us.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.